Ladies and gentlemen, I, Nitish Das, on behalf of Confederation of Indian Industry, extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all our distinguished dignitaries, esteemed guests, innovators, researchers, and delegates present here. We are gathered today, this evening, for one of our most anticipated moments of the Global Summit, the CII Industrial IP Awards 2025. These awards honor India's leaders in intellectual property excellence, recognized for their contributions in patents, trademarks, designs, and IP-led competitiveness. The Industrial IP Awards serve as a national benchmark recognizing organizations that place creativity, research, and intellectual property at the heart of their competitiveness. To formally commence the ceremony, may I now request our distinguished dignitaries to kindly join us on stage. Professor Ashutosh Sharma, Chairman CII Industrial IP Awards, President Indian National Science Academy, and Professor IIT Kanpur. May we have a big round of applause for him, and would request him to please come up on stage. Mr. Arvind Thakur, former Chairman CII National Committee on IP and member Board of Management at NIIT University, former CEO, Vice Chairman, and Managing Director at NIT Technologies Limited. Mr. R. Saha, Senior Advisor, Confederation of Indian Industry. Dr. Ashish Mohan, Executive Director, Confederation of Indian Industry. May I request a warm round of applause as our dignitaries take their places on the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to invite Professor Ashutosh Sharma, Chairman of the Jury for the 11th CII Industrial IP Awards 2025, to share his remarks and insights. Professor Sharma, sir, please, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. It's been a special pleasure to be part of this jury. Indeed, there were so many compelling nominations that it was a very hard job for the jury to come up with select names. It doesn't matter if somebody is getting an award or not, that all of them consistently were of great quality. And so that's a very good thing, very good feeling for a jury indeed. So I think good evening. I think the time is about evening now, late afternoon. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you at 11th edition of CII Industrial IP Award 2025, a platform that has, over the past decade, become the benchmark for recognizing excellence in intellectual property in India. I'm so happy to see that so many people are participating here and learning about the intellectual awards and getting inspired by it. I indeed extend a warm welcome to all distinguished dignitaries, industry leaders, innovators, jury members, and awardees presented here today. I am delighted to share the stage with my esteemed colleagues, Mr. Arvind Thakur, co-chairman of the jury for this year's awards. Indeed, he did all the work, all the heavy lifting. But I was totally in agreement with all the stuff that he did, all the conclusions that they arrived at. Mr. R. Saha, Senior Advisor CII, and Dr. Ashish Mohan, Executive Director CII. And they did a great job because, when this is the first year that I was chairing these awards, and I wanted to know, hey, what are the parameters for these awards? And they gave me a list of 200 parameters. So I say, hey, who's going to actually do all of this stuff? Then I was greatly comforted by knowing that CII is going to do all that work to look at the value of these parameters, to give the appropriate weightage and stuff. Anyway, they were able to simplify these parameters to about 40, finally, which was indeed a great reform that could happen. Their leadership, insights, and continued commitment to strengthening India's IP ecosystem has been invaluable. As we stand at a great moment in India's innovation-driven economic transformation, intellectual property has emerged not only as a legal right, but as a strategic, economic, and technological asset. In fact, in early 2015, I joined DST, Department of Science and Technology, and at that time, I recall there were about 50 patent examiners in the country, in Delhi at least. and that Mr. Amitabh Kant was the secretary DPIIT, and he said, hey, you are a professor, you have been filing IP, can you tell me what the weaknesses are? I said, well, it takes about 10 years to get a patent done in India. So he said, is that so? So he said, I'm going to increase from 50 examiners to 500 in no time at all, so that the turnover time should be a year and a half, which is the global benchmark for patents. And I'm glad to see that it's nearly there now. And also then the number of patents filed in India have gone up to sixth place in the world. And there's a very, very big jump there. Also the index, innovation index for the country has gone up from somewhere like 89 or more to about 47 or so. So many things have been happening in the innovation space. The number of startups have gone up from 17 to 2015 to 1.5 lakhs now. Indeed great, and this is great for IP because all of this rides on IP and its management. Across sectors from deep tech and manufacturing to pharmaceutical, biotech, AI, digital technologies, the role of IP is becoming central to competitiveness, value creation, and global positioning. Over the past decade, India has shown consistent growth in IP filings, commercializing efforts, and industry participation. Our rising performance in international indices and the continued expansion of IP-active startups, MSMEs, R&D, academia clearly demonstrate that India is transitioning from being a knowledge consumer to a global knowledge creator. So actually this line is not quite right. Somebody had written it. But anyhow, the point, the point is that actually it's not about creating knowledge, it's about consuming knowledge. So IP makes it possible to consume the knowledge which has been created. And so this is how you differentiate the invention from innovation. So invention is about creating knowledge, and innovation is about consuming that knowledge to have socio-economic impact. And you see more and more of that happening indeed. When I first filed my first patent, this was about 22 years ago, and absolutely there was no understanding or awareness in academia about patent filing. So I had to become my own patent attorney, to say, what does it mean? How do you frame claims? It's a big art. But now, you see, it's everywhere, every campus, every industry, everybody's got access to knowledge about patents and filing and its importance. The shift is not accidental. It reflects strengthened policy frameworks, government support, industry awareness, and expanding culture of research, innovation, technology development. By the way, we also know about 1 lakh crore of RDI fund, which basically means 20,000 crores every year given for industrial R&D. So this is going to spur a very great revolution in terms of also IP filings and exploitation of IP, where a whole lot of this IP comes and be used for industry. CII has played a foundational role in building India's IP culture, from awareness and capacity building to policy advocacy and helping organizations integrate IP into their business strategies. The CII Industrial IP Awards were instituted to recognize organizations that treat IP not as a formality, but as a core driver of growth, competitiveness, and market leadership. This year, as jury chair, I had the opportunity to witness exceptional participation across. There are several categories. You already know, you come from different categories: startups, MSMEs, large industry, academia, R&D institutions. They all carry a different flavor. So they don't go head to head, competing with each other. A startup cannot compete with an established industry. An MSME cannot compete with an established industry. So I'm very glad that CII has thought about different categories, and so that everybody is motivated, everybody's excellence is recognized and rewarded. So spinning patents, trademarks, designs, and overall IP excellence, all of these categories. The evaluation process was rigorous, transparent, and benchmarked to global best practices. I can certainly attest to that from personal experience. I sincerely appreciate the meticulous work of the jury, ably co-led with Mr. Arvind Thakur and supported by CII's dedicated team. Today, we honor organizations that have demonstrated not only creation of IP, but the ability to strategically use, manage, and commercialize it. These awardees represent the best examples of how Indian enterprises, small and large, are integrating IP into their innovation strategies. I hope achievements inspire many more organizations to invest in research, protect their innovations, and contribute to India's journey toward becoming a global technology and IP powerhouse. I congratulate all the award winners for their outstanding contributions. Your work strengthens not only your organizations, but the nation's innovation fabric. My sincere thanks to CII, the jury team, all the stakeholders who made this year's awards possible. I wish you all a meaningful and inspiring evening ahead, and indeed not just the evening, but the days, months, and years ahead as well. And this is the decade of India. Let me just conclude by saying in 2015, early 2015, and a little bit later, Honorable PM gave this clarion call for Startup India. That afternoon is so etched in my memory, very, very clearly, very vividly. And as I pointed out, there were 70 startups at that time registered, now over 1.5 lakhs. And so much has happened in terms of policies, so much has happened in terms of support which is available for the new businesses based on science and technology. And this is only going to grow. I wrote an article at that time in Times of India predicting that in 10 years there would be about 1 lakh of startups, 100,000 startups, starting from 100, 2 orders of magnitude larger, 3 orders of magnitude larger, 2 orders, anyway, 3 orders. And then, and now I predict that there's going to be 1 million in 10 years. So from 1 lakh to 10 lakhs, 1 million, right? And that's going to happen. It's happening now. India is also number 3 in unicorns in startups, is also number 3 in number of startups as well as unicorns. So things are happening very, very rapidly. Today, when I look at all the younger people, that a whole lot of them don't have interest in just getting a job, not just having a job, but having a career which is going through IP, which is going through startups, which is creating knowledge and also creating value. I want to congratulate again everybody who's getting award here, but I also want to congratulate everything who is not getting an award here. So next year, please compete with it. We have a new policy that the people, I think that this would be put in practice. I don't know whether it has been announced, but I can take the liberty to again tell the organizers that people who are getting award this year, that they should not again and again get the same award for next 3 years. Let other people get the award, and at the same time, people who continue to perform well. I have gotten the first award this year, and I continue to perform well. They should be given a special award saying they are maintaining your standards, instead of saying you will again get the first award, but let other people get it as well, so that there is inspiration all around and motivation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful remarks. May I now invite Mr. Arvind Thakur, co-chairman of the jury for the 11th CII Industrial IP Awards, to share his perspectives. So over to you.
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here on the 11th CII Industrial IP Awards 2025. It's been my privilege to co-chair the jury, and I'm thankful to Chairman Sharma for the excellent participation that we had, and also express my deep appreciation for the collaborative work by members of the jury and the support of CII throughout the process. Now, as you are aware, the country itself has embarked on a journey from being dependent on other nations for technology to be dominant in specific upstream foundational and strategic technologies. And these include things like AI, semiconductors, supercomputing. And not only are they looking at self-dependence in these areas, but also looking at reforms in the R&D ecosystem. And these reforms include changes which are fundamental to both research as well as conducting and becoming commercialized. So as Professor Sharma pointed out, the outlay of R&D spend has increased dramatically. Recently, there is evidence of a stronger industry-academia interaction. There are specialized funds like the Fund of Funds, which are getting created to provide patient capital for technologies which have longer gestation periods. So over the years, what we've been seeing is that CII is actually enabling the IP ecosystem in the country to be able to mature and support this whole process of research and development. And we have seen a clear shift from IP being viewed as, just an issue of compliance to be really a strategic asset for competitiveness, technology leadership, as well as global expansion. Now, this maturity is visible with more and more companies aligning their R&D priorities, research and development work, and business priorities with well-managed IP portfolios. And this was something that we saw in the submissions, that were made for, the awards that would be announced today. And that was very heartening to see. It was also heartening to see not just that there was an increase in the participation in terms of not just volumes of filings, but the quality relevance and strategic positioning of IP which stood out in the evaluation. The emphasis on commercialization was noted, and also technology transformation and translation was really, really encouraging. The evaluation process, ladies and gentlemen, I must say was very, very detailed. As Professor Sharma pointed out, many, many parameters were evaluated, and this was very detailed, evidence-driven, and I must say, meticulously analyzed by CII's, IPR Secretariat. And this is because, these awards, to my mind, play a very important role in reinforcing the culture of innovation, the value of innovation, and IP excellence. So by celebrating organizations that have excelled in IP creation and management, CII is helping build a stronger national ecosystem, becoming central to India's ambition of becoming a leading technology and innovation hub. So my warm congratulations to all the winners. Your work exemplifies actually the spirit of inventive India, and I look forward to joining you in the celebrations of these awards. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind address. May I now invite Mr. R. Saha, Senior Advisor, Confederation of Indian Industry, to address the gathering and share insights on the awards evaluation framework. So over to you.
Professor Sharma, Chair of the Jury, ex-Secretary DST, and now President of Indian National Science Academy. Mr. Arvind Thakur, Co-Chair of the Jury, Dr. Ashish Mohan, Executive Director, all the awardees and participants. I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais and also the participants for this 11th edition of CII IP Award. I've been a part of this journey right from the day one, from the first edition itself, as part of the CII. So we have faced many juries, but this time, the jury was a little different in the sense from the earlier one, so we had to face many bowling attacks, including fast and spin bowling. So as already been mentioned by the chair and co-chair, that it was liked by them that analysis has been done very carefully. But I'll give you a little background in the sense that what are these various awards which we are talking about. First of all, CII is giving awards for patents, trademark, and design portfolio of industries. These industries fall under large category, and in large category also, we have three classification. One is the engineering and manufacturing. Second is life sciences, including agriculture sciences. And third is ICT and related services. Since in the large category, if you look at the level of R&D investment, it varies from 40 crores to 3,300 crores. So obviously, the comparison is not very good if we club all of them together. So as a first exercise, what we have done is we have broken these companies into two portions: companies who are having less than 800 crores R&D investment and companies who are having an R&D investment of more than 800 crores. There are many parameters which were taken into account. Some of them has been mentioned, but I'd like to mention few in the sense that we are looking at the 3-year data on patent filing in India and elsewhere. We are looking at 3 years patent filing in foreign countries and granted in foreign countries. We are looking at citation data. We are looking at patent enforced today. We are also looking at the R&D investment per capita R&D employee. We are looking at IPR policy. We are looking at IPR archival system. We are looking at the involvement of CXO in decision making. We are also looking at whether in taking IP decision, any IP decision, a company is really involving the other players within the company, not only the R&D, but manufacturing, engineering, business development, marketing, because you will appreciate that when you look at trademark and design, the marketing team plays a very, very important role. So out of this, all the parameters, we get the information from companies and then we analyze. Anyway, so the experience has been over the last 10 years that the flow of information from companies is much, much better, so that we are able to quantify, analyze, quantify the data. Earlier days, yes, we had certain problem. We had the problem. Companies are very sure whether this information will be shared with someone else or not. So we have actually crossed that barrier, and so we are in a much better situation. The company's documentation system has increased quite a lot. We are getting more information on their collaboration with academic institution. The only one of the few things which we observe, and without aiming at any particular thing, the licensing out processes with our Indian companies and also cross-licensing is something we are actually looking forward to. And this is going to take some time, but it's a very, very important parameter. So overall, let me share other things, like we have awards for SMEs also, both in engineering and life sciences, patents, trademark, and design. We have for universities, and this time we decided to have two parts in the university. One, those which are funded by the state, and the other, which is the private university. Because we find from the patent data, annual reports on patent office, that the filing by the private universities are much higher than what the publicly supported universities are doing. Similarly, we have for R&D institutions, also for startup. Overall, I'd like to share the experience because it is going to build in the future. One is that there is a steady growth from a recognition initiative to a nationally respected benchmark for IP excellence. And we find the experience of many companies that because of this kind of exercise, their dealing with foreign companies is becoming better. Significant increase in quality and quantity and the diversity of participating institutions. Strengthened evaluation process. I'm sure with the passage of time it is going to go up. We have introduced new categories of award, and there is enhanced transparencies. So with these remarks, I'd like to close my presentation or intervention. I would like to again thank the chair of the jury, the co-chairs, and other members of the jury. Many of them very new, and all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind address. To take this through the awards journey, may I now invite Dr. Ashish Mohan, Executive Director, Confederation of Indian Industry, to give his address, please. Thank you.
Thank you. This is a proud moment for all of us at CII. At CII, we initiated a movement-based approach for the IP as a key subject which will capitalize and help India leverage its technology development potential. Ladies and gentlemen, you all are those experts on which we banged upon, and we had a confidence that you will bring India to a level where we will start showcasing to the world that yes, we are an emerging IP leader. We may be at number 6 in some of the patent filing and some of the indexes which are shown, and there may be a gap between 5 and 6 quite large as of now, but there is a rising aspiration, and the aspiration is there because experts like you all, the companies, the institutions and organizations, all of you are here. You participated in this movement and you are the integral part of this movement. At this junction, before we go into the awards, and the awards are getting announced one by one, may I request a round of applause for all of you, by all of you. And then, of course, I would like to submit a vote of thanks as well in the same tone. Thank you, Chairman and Co-Chairman, for leading us in the awards. Professor Ashutosh, you came up with an insight which we were kind of looking for from the DST point of view. Our mentor, Professor Mashelkar, had already kind of set up a very strong foundation for these awards, but with the perspective that you came up with, the framework became all the more phenomenal. And likewise, to our co-chair, Mr. Arvind Thakur, thank you, sir, and you have been part of the our committee leadership as well, so thank you, sir. Yeah. Dr. Saha, sir, you are our advisor and have been a mentor in our IP journey, so thanks to you for the framework, and the awards became a coveted award by the fraternity, largely because of the framework and the strength and the integrity with which they are evaluated. Thanks to you. You supervise each and every point of it so meticulously that it's a very credible awards, ladies and gentlemen. And now, if we started with 70 startups or 700 startups, sir, you mentioned, and we became 1.5 lakh startups, and now the aspiration is to become 10 lakh startups, the one factor which is going to be important is how well we protect the intellectual knowledge which our technology development partners create. And that role, led by our patent attorneys, led by our law firms, led by our IP cells in the organizations, has such a pivotal role that the IP movement, which we talk about, CII IP movement, I have 4 or 5 slides to cover, becomes one of the integral initiatives of the National Council of CII. We believe that if one company, if we can take a task on ourselves, one company, at least one IP, then we are there. We will initiate this movement to of an order where the visibility will start coming in, where people will start noticing it, and when the IP experts start sitting in the boardrooms to take the final decision on the IP and technology matters of the companies, that would be one success key factor for our movement. Ladies and gentlemen, we will seek your constant engagement with this movement to make sure that IP experts do get a chance to present their views in the boardrooms so that they are part of the decision-making of the technology roadmaps. On your screen, you see the glimpse of the awards as they were nurtured over the years. 2015, we established these awards, Chief Mentor, Professor Mashelkar, and now currently chaired by Professor Ashutosh. This edition saw more than 250 participants. This itself is a phenomenal number by many means, one of them being, yes, we can have a round of applause. And for that, I would like to actually congratulate my colleagues from the CII Secretariat as well. But 250 participants for an award which always had an apprehension somewhere that the information is getting shared with someone. But the credibility with which the information is maintained between the applicant and the CII systems speak a lot about itself. And out of these 250 participants, we are going to announce around 50 awards today in our coming next half an hour minutes. The past winners, as you can see, covers industry sectors, academia, research labs, startups, and today also we will have these numbers going forward. May I have the next slide? Yep. Talking about the impacts, because I saw some of you were capturing the screens, so I thought of putting it on the screen so that you can quote us to your stakeholders. The impact that these IP awards, the industrial IP awards bring, they encourage a very strong IP creation and protection in the companies. We have many testimonials by our winners and past participants. It strengthens organization IP strategy. It promotes efficient portfolio management and commercialization. It enables structured assessment through an IP report card. Inspires R&D, something which we all are looking forward from the ecosystem. Drives adoption of global best practices and motivates startups and MSMEs. This is a crux of various testimonies which we had from our applicants and members. Yeah. I will finish my presentation with last two slides, this one being on the initiatives and services through which we are helping our members and industry in filing their IPs. We have a very strong presence of IP center and IP facilities. The IP facilitation center helps in filing, counseling. It's a single window for all type of IP services. It is a little, I think CII needs to do more work, we need to do more work, I need to do more work to make all of you aware that we facilitate our members in filing IP in a very competitive and in a manner which makes Indian industry and its technology developments protected in a very robustized manner in various IP laws across the world. So kindly go through these services which our colleagues from CII give. It is a dedicated team of in-house IP experts. It's a quality service, cost-effective because of multiple reasons. CII IPFC has filed almost 700 patents now and 1,800 trademarks. We have also already filed more than 2,000 design registrations, around 400 copyrights, and some 60-odd geographical indications. It's our IP policy with the state governments, which is helping state governments develop an IP policy for themselves. We are working closely with the government of Gujarat, government of Madhya Pradesh, government of Maharashtra, and many other governments to name, to develop their IP ecosystem policy. GI and traditional knowledge, as I mentioned, these states, and the expected outcome is states working strongly to protect traditional knowledge as well as the industrial knowledge that these states are developing. On that note, the way forward for 2026. As I invite you all, and I'm confident that you all will be with us in this journey, this 12th edition of CII Industrial IP Awards is open, and we look forward for active participation and applications. The International Industry Mission on IP. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been taking various delegations to domestic industries as well as to international communities to understand what are the best practices. We went to understand the IP system of Sweden, we went to understand the IP systems of South Korea, Japan, and now we are mapping a couple of other countries where we will understand what are the best practices in IP in these countries. I invite you to join these missions, and let's get the benefit of availability of knowledge exchange platforms during these missions. There is an IP audit and rating system which we are going to initiate, and will be an assessment and a report card given to the SSE on how they are doing well on IP. That will be a confidential report card between CII and the industry and the member. We will be helping them with the IP facilitation services for filling any gaps. Anti-counterfeiting initiatives we are taking forward, and we will continue doing our celebration of World IP Days and Global Tech and IP Summits. IP valuation and licensing training program. I would like to highlight this point number 8. We are in the middle, or I would say in the process of creating what we are calling as a CII IP Academy. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a forum for exchange of professional knowledge on IP matters, a certification program on IP proficiency, as well as an opportunity to network and know from other professionals who are part of this academy. We completed its 3rd successful edition, and the certificates were facilitated yesterday itself. I invite you all to join these IP valuation programs and become part of this IP Academy, which is in making. On that note, I wish all of you a great luck and congratulations on being part of this community. Many of you have won the awards today, so my congratulations to all of you. But in my own assessment, I think all of you being part of this journey, contributing towards technology leadership of India, are a winner in themselves. So many congratulations to all of you and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful remarks and address. We now begin the felicitation of the winners of the 11th CII Industrial IP Awards. May I request the dignitaries to kindly join us on stage to present the awards, please. To step forward, please. This year, the jury has selected a total of 50 awardees from startup, MSMEs, large industries, academia, and R&D institutions across the categories of patents, trademarks, designs, and overall IP excellence. All award recipients will be felicitated with a trophy and certificate. As we now move to the award category, we would first like to move to the award category in the academic institution, private university, patent, and the winner in this category is conferred to Amity University. I call upon stage the team Amity University to receive the trophy and citation. Congratulations, Amity University. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin by recognizing the top 50 IP-driven organizations who have demonstrated sustained commitment to intellectual property creation, protection, and commercialization. May I request now to felicitate, we will now be felicitating each organization individually. The winners will be announced in the alphabetical order. The first recognition is conferred to Bharat Petroleum Limited. May I request the team to come up on stage, please. Can we have a big round of applause for them? The next winner in this category is Chandigarh University. May we have the representatives on the stage, please? May we have a big round of applause for them. The next winner in this category goes to Coromandel International Limited. May we have the representatives. Congratulations, Coromandel International Limited. The next winner in this category goes to Gujarat University. May we have a big round of applause for them. The next recognition is conferred to International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore. May we have the representatives on the dais. The next is Mahale Anand Filter Systems Private Limited. May we have the representatives? May we have a big round of applause for them. The next recognition is conferred to Maruti Suzuki India Limited. May I request the representative to come up on stage, please. May we have a big round of applause for the team. Congratulations, Maruti Suzuki India Limited. Next is Molecules Biolabs Private Limited. May we have the representation on the stage. The next winning entry is Mylan Foundry Private Limited. May we have the representatives on the stage. Mylan Foundry Private Limited. Do we have any representative? Or congratulations, Mylan Foundry Private Limited. The next recognition is conferred to Omni Active Health Technologies. May we have the representation? The next winning entry goes to On to Cook India Private Limited. May we have the representation? The next recognition is also conferred to PI Industries Limited. May we have the representation from PI Industries? The next recognition goes to Polymedicure Limited. May we have the representation? Congratulations, Polymedicure Private Limited. The next recognition goes to Pramura Software Private Limited. May we have the representation from Pramura Software Private Limited? Congratulations. Can we have a big round of applause for them, please? The next recognition is conferred to PSNA College of Engineering and Technology. May we have the representation on the stage? Congratulations to PSNA College of Engineering and Technology. The next winner in this category is conferred to Shahjanand Medical Technologies Limited. Shahjanand Medical Technologies. Congratulations, Shahjanand Medical Technologies Limited. The next recognition is conferred to Sami Sabinsa Group Limited. May we have the representation? The next entry is conferred to TMS Techno VM Systems Private Limited. May we have the representation on the stage? TMS Techno VM Systems Private Limited. Moving towards the next entry is okay. You are there. All right. Congratulations to TMS Techno VM Systems Private Limited. The recognition is now conferred to Triano Technologies Private Limited. May we have the representations from Triano? The representation from Triano? All right. Moving towards the next, so may I now request all the winners of the category, in this category, to please come up on stage for a group photograph, please. May I request all of them? Next. Let's begin with the category of startup, manufacturing, or life sciences and patent. The no, later. We'll have the group photograph later at the end of the award ceremony, so please be seated. The winner in the category of startup, manufacturing, or life science patent goes to Matter Motor Works Private Limited. May we have the representation? Congratulations, Matter Motor Works Private Limited. The first runner-up in the category is conferred Tri-Space Technologies Private Limited. May we have the representation from Tri-Space Technologies Private Limited? Congratulations, Tri-Space Technologies Private Limited. The second runner-up in the category is conferred to Numerous Motors Limited. May we have the representation from Numerous Motors Limited? Moving into the next category of startup, manufacturing, or life science trademark, and the winner in this category is conferred to The next category winner in the category of startup, manufacturing, life science trademark again goes to Numerous Motors Limited. May we have his representation one more time? Can we have a big round of applause for the firm? Congratulations, Numerous Motors Limited. The runner-up in the category is conferred to Sophub Nutrition Private Limited. May we have the representation from Sophub? Moving into the category of SME or manufacturing or life science patent, the winner in the category is conferred to Zen Technologies Limited. May we have the representations on the dais? Congratulations, Zen Technologies Limited. The runner-up in the category is conferred to Arrow Green Tech Limited. May we have the representation from Arrow Tech Green Tech Private Limited? Next. Moving into the category of SME, manufacturing, life sciences, trademark, and the winner in this category is once again Arrow Green Tech Private Limited. Moving into the category of academic institution, government university patent, and the winner in the category is conferred to Indian Institute of Technology Madras, IIT Madras. May we have the representation from IIT Madras? The runner-up in the category is conferred to Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, IIT Roorkee. Congratulations, IIT Roorkee. Can we have a big round of applause for them? The first runner-up in the category of Academic Institution Private University Patent goes to SRM Institute of Science and Technology. May we have the representations from SRM Institute? Congratulations, SRM Institute of Science and Technology. The second runner-up in the category is conferred to Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Pilani, BITS Pilani. May we have a big round of applause for them. Can we have a big round of applause for them one more time? Moving into the category of R&D Institute's patents, the winner in the category is conferred to Center for Development of Telematics, CDOT. May I request the representatives to please come up on stage. Can we have a big round of applause for CDOT, please? Congratulations. The runner-up in the category is conferred to Electrical Research and Development Association, ERDA. May we have the representatives from ERDA? Big round of applause for ERDA. Moving into the category of large life sciences of pharma and agricultural patent, the winner in the category is conferred to UPL Limited. May we have the representatives on the dais, please? The first runner-up in the category is conferred to Dr. Reddy's Laboratories Limited. May we have the representation from Dr. Reddy's Laboratory? Congratulations, Dr. Reddy Laboratories. The second runner-up in the category is conferred to Biocon Biologics Limited. May we have the representatives? Congratulations, Biocon Biologics Limited. May we have a big round of applause for them? Moving on to the category of large life sciences, pharma, and agricultural trademark, The winner in the category is conferred to Dr. Reddy's Laboratories. Once again. Congratulations, Dr. Reddy Laboratories. The runner-up in the category is conferred to Biocon Biologics Limited. May we have the representatives on the dais one more time. Congratulations, Biocon Biologics Limited. Moving into the category of large engineering or manufacturing trademark, and the winner in the category is conferred to Forbes Marshall Limited. May we have the representatives from Forbes Marshall? Can we have a big round of applause for Forbes Marshall Private Limited? The runner-up in the category is conferred to Kirloskar Pneumatic Company Limited. May we have the representatives from Kirloskar? Congratulations, Kirloskar Pneumatic Company Limited. The winner in the moving into the category of large manufacturing engineering patent R&D expenses less than 800 crores. The winner in the category is conferred to Uno Minda Limited. May we have the representatives from Uno Minda? Can we have a big round of applause for Uno Minda Limited? The first runner-up in the category is conferred to Bharat Forge Limited. May we have the representatives from Bharat Forge? Congratulations to Bharat Forge Limited. There is a tie for second runner-up, and the first awardee in this category is conferred to Endurance Technologies Limited. May we have the representative from Endurance Technologies Limited? Team. The joint second runner-up in the category is also conferred to EPL Limited. I call on stage Team EPL Limited to receive the trophy and certificate. Moving on to the category of large manufacturing engineering patent R&D expenses more than 800 crores, the winner in the category is conferred to Mahindra & Mahindra Limited. May we have the representative from Mahindra & Mahindra? May we have a big round of applause for them? The first runner-up in the category is conferred to Tata Steel Limited. I call upon stage Team Tata Steel. May we have the representatives from Tata Steel here? Congratulations, Tata Steel Limited. The second runner-up in the category is conferred to Tata Motors Limited. May we have the representative from Tata Motors? Congratulations to Tata Motors Limited. Moving into the category of large ICT patents, the winner in the category is conferred to Tata Consultancy Services. May we have the representations? Congratulations to Tata Consultancy Services. May we have a big round of applause for them, please? The runner-up in this category is conferred to Geo Platforms. May we have the representation from Geo Platforms? Congratulations to Geo Platforms. Moving into the category of large manufacturing design, the winner in the category is conferred to Bajaj Auto Limited. May we have the representation from Bajaj Auto? Can we have a big round of applause for them? The first runner-up in the category is conferred to Tata Motors Limited. May we have the representation for one more time? The second runner-up in the category is conferred to Godrej and Boyce. I call upon stage Godrej and Boyce team to receive the award and citation. Can we have a big round of applause for them, please? Congratulations, Godrej and Boyce. Can we have a big and huge round of applause to all the awardees of the CII Industrial IP Awards 2025? Congratulations to all of them. Your exemplary contribution to building, protecting, and leveraging intellectual property has significantly strengthened India's innovation and IP ecosystem. CII looks forward to continued collaboration with you in advancing India's journey towards global technology leadership and IP excellence. To highlight and celebrate India's leading IP-driven organization, CII has curated the compendium of the 11th CII Industrial IP Awards 2025, showcasing exemplary practices, strategies, and success stories in intellectual property across sectors. May I now request our dignitaries to release the compendium, please. May we have a big round of applause? Thank you so much, distinguished dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the conclusion of the prestigious ceremony, may I now invite Dr. Ashish Mohan, Executive Director, Confederation of Indian Industry, to propose the vote of thanks, followed by the group photograph with the winners. Please. Over to you, Dr. Ashish.
Hello, everyone, once again, and my heartiest congratulations to all the winners, all the runner-ups, but all the participants in totality. Let's have a round of applause for all of us. This brings us to almost the fag end of our global summit on technology, R&D, and IP. This is a moment where I'm here to submit my vote of thanks. For the session, I would like to thank Professor Ashutosh, Professor Trivedi, and Dr. Saha. I have already mentioned it. But I would also, at the same time, like to thank, looking at the summit in totality, I would like to thank the vision of our members, CII members, and the National Council, that it is the time to focus on research, technology, and IP. If we have to really transform from dependence to dominance, I think three critical factors would be technology, which is innovation, research, and also IP. So I would like to first of all thank my National Council of CII for their vision and their confidence on the system. And I would like to also thank our chairman, Dr. Naushad, and our co-chairs of our various committees and subcommittees for a grand success of this summit. I also take a moment to thank all the sponsors and patrons of this summit. We have multiple stalls. If we see 360 degree, we see many of the sponsors putting up their stalls, and those who did not put their stalls, the names all on the dashboard behind me. Many thanks to all the partners, principal partners, premium partners, sponsors, and to all the delegates who traveled all the way in spite of certain amount of uncertainty in the aviation sector these days to make it for today and make the summit a grand success. We look forward to your continued engagement and we commit ourselves to a continued journey of excellence. I would also like to take a minute to thank my colleagues from CII, Shwetab, who is on the right side of the dais. He led the IP valuation program. We have Trilochan, Akash, Preeti, Nitish, Divya, Tanu, Anil, Namita, Khushbu, Gargi, Rahul, Shivani, and those, if I'm missing any names, Piyush, Namita, I may be repeating a couple of names, but I'm missing also. But a round of applause for my colleagues who made it success. Particularly the IP colleagues from the team, Nabanita Mukherjee, you all know her, Anil Pandey, whom also you know, who takes forward the IP services, and their teams who made this program a success. Ladies and gentlemen, we will meet in this journey time and again, but we will look forward to have a continued engagement in this process. Thank you. May I invite all the winners for a group photograph with the jury, and that will be the closure of the summit. Thank you, and see you all very soon. Sir, a group photograph with all of you.
The awardees can collect the boxes for their trophies and certificates from the registration desk. Thank you.